Hello and welcome to the very first video instructions here for CIS 124. We'll be covering Skill 1.1 in the Office 2010 chapter, the very first chapter of your book. Most of the time for these instructional videos here, I'll be covering the skill that we're actually looking at. For this, I just want to go over the four applications we'll be using in this class. That's going to be Microsoft Word, which you can see right here. It's your word processing application. It's mostly where you'll create essays and different documents just using regular text. Then there's Microsoft Excel, which is your spreadsheets. That's where you do a lot of functions, formulas, and calculations, a lot of number manipulation in Excel. Microsoft Access, which you see here, is your database program. That's a good way to manage a lot of different data and to link them all together in various ways, and we'll get into that. Maybe this is something new to most of you. Maybe some of you have seen it. We won't be too deep into database concepts, but we'll touch on some of the surface things, and it'll be pretty good. I don't think it'll challenge too many of you beyond your abilities. And then, of course, the last one is the Microsoft PowerPoint, which is your presentation program, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. So those are the four programs. You need to make sure you have access to all four of these, and that's the 2010 version, not the 2007. Our book, we're going to be talking about the 2010, so you need the 2010 and not the 2007. One more thing I want to show you here in this first video is how to submit these. I'm going to give you a code word in each video somewhere, sometimes at the beginning, sometimes at the end, sometimes in the middle. You're going to write that down. You're going to, for each skill, remember this is Office 1.1, so I give you a code word. The code word for this one is Genesis. That's Genesis. It's the first book of the Bible, and it's the first code word here. When you take these code words, you're going to go into Beacon Learning. You're going to click on Reading and Video Verification. This is the Office 2010, Chapter 1. We click on that, and there's going to be, it's set up like a quiz, but you'll have all the code words. So all you do is go in, and it says here, you can see, enter the code word, 1.1 code word. You'd go in and type Genesis right in there, and as you go through, you'll get the other code words for the other lessons. Fill them all in. Once you have them all, go ahead and submit it, and it'll tell you you got them all right. You can do this as many times. You can take this quiz as many times as you want. So if you miss type 1, you can go back, take it again, type it in the right way. So that's how you'll end up submitting your answers to these video reading and video verifications to show that you've actually watched these videos. So that's our very first video. We didn't really cover any skills, just went over the four programs, and the other ones we'll cover some of the skills actually covered in the book.